alleged stop sign violation.
What's going on? Why you acting this way? You can't be serious. What are you for me? Why you acting that way? What are you telling me? I want to know what exactly are you getting behind me? Stop sign. You stop at the stop sign. I can't stop. As much as I can stop. You wrong here, though. Are you serious, cuz? I am serious.
No, what that means. He said, I did stop as much as I could stop, with some mystical force preventing him from not breaking one of the easiest laws to obey.
Don't even say it.
And then it really heats up with old Theodore when he threatens to call the chief of police. How dare a cop pull him over for running a stop sign, breaking the law?
Hello, I'm an idiot.
That's like calling your crush to tell her you shit your pants. Let's continue, because it gets much worse. I'm glad we all hate ourselves enough to watch this shit.
I don't think I ain't gonna talk to Gary about it. That's got a lot to do with it. But I'm gonna flip around. You know me. I don't want around your fucking too. I ain't smoking. Listen, I'm not gonna hire you. I'm bringing you on. Are you crazy? Yes. Absolutely. On your camera, I put you on.
Then he claims he got that officer his job twice.
Absolutely. On your camera, I put you on.
I feel like I shouldn't even have to say this, but Theodore is completely wrong. He had nothing to do with the hiring of officers, but he seems pretty damn convinced. So convinced, he spends a good amount of time on this traffic stop just cursing the officer out. The councilman plays the power move of wasting the officer's time by looking for his registration. The officer runs the information, and guess what? It's expired.
She's expired since.
Raising Cane's, we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, and salt every fry. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Opioid addiction gets between you and what you love. Once monthly, Sublocade may help you move forward in your recovery. Sublocade, with counseling and psychosocial support, treats moderate to severe opioid addiction in adults started on an oral dose of buprenorphine or already on buprenorphine. Sublocade is just one dose that lasts all month long with no complete detox required. Buprenorphine should be started after the first signs of withdrawal. Sublocade may cause harm or death if injected in the vein. As an opioid, it may cause serious life-threatening breathing problems. Ask about naloxone for opioid overdose. Get emergency help right away if you're faint, dizzy, sleepy, confused, have problems breathing, seeing, or talking, or if naloxone is given. Don't take with other opioids, benzos, alcohol, or other drugs, including street drugs. This can cause severe drowsiness, decreased awareness, breathing problems, coma, and death. In emergencies, tell medical staff you're on Sublocade for opioid dependence. This isn't a full list of risks and side effects. Talk to your doctor and read patient label for more information. If you or a loved one is struggling with opioid addiction, visit Sublocade.com.
Epstein on tape advising former Israeli PM Barak to approach Palantir founder Peter Thiel.
He's got those two cyber companies. Look at and even I know Peter. I've never met Peter Thiel, and everybody says he sort of jumps around and actually he's on drugs.
Oh, yes. You look under the rug.
However, he has a company called Palantir. P-A-L-L-E-N-T-I-E-R, Palantir company, and look at it.
Will you never see Lord of the Rings?
Palantir, Palantir.
Yes.
L-Y-T-T-H-I-E-L.
See, guys, see, it's not just me, okay? This goes all the way to the top.
P-H-I-E-L.
L-L-Y.
No. P-T-H-I-E-L-L. So he thought that Peter would put you on the board. Palantir, Peter Thiel is one of the best. I've never met him. He's coming next week.
He's one of the best. I've never met him.
So I wanted to talk to him. And I talked to you. He and Andreessen, it's called Andreessen Horowitz.
Mark Andreessen.
Andreessen Horowitz could pay Larry $1 million a year. Just to be glad to be.
So, wait a minute. So he's trying to hook this guy up with an advisory position where he just gets locked into a nice, yep, that's right. Yep, that's exactly it. And Andreessen's one of the biggest venture capital companies in the world.
Yeah. A-N.
This seems fake. A16Z? Yeah. A16Z is an offshoot fund that, you know, Andreessen Horowitz, right? I think this is where it came from. Is that it's the beginning and end of their names, right? And so that's how it happened. Fake video? I don't think it's fake. VC for a lot of gaming companies? Yeah, I know. There's 16 letters in between. Yeah.
Don't even talk to me. Nobody.
D-R-E-E-S-O-N. That's Horowitz. And Horowitz. H-O-R.
Horowitz?
Horowitz. They are the biggest venture capital
True.
people in Silicon Valley.
That's true, actually. They are.
These are the new calling parties. Everybody, these are the smart boys. So those two companies right away.
Approved by Jeffrey Epstein.
In terms of, I said that we need time now. In the next 3 weeks, if you're going to leave.
Man, the smartest voice. Oh my God. Is it true his Outlook was still active after his death? I don't know, man. I have no idea. So, we have Epstein on tape advising him to approach Peter Thiel. Oh my God. I don't even want to show that on stream. That's crazy. A few times as well, and this is all. Let me get to that. I'll copy paste it, and then I'm going to get to that one after this.
I think as you get introduced, it was Reid Hoffman in Silicon Valley who introduced us in 2014, but it was basically and I you know didn't check, didn't ask enough questions about it. But I think there were sort of a lot of things where it was fraudulent. I do think Epstein knew a lot about taxes, and there were probably, you know, these complicated ways you could structure a nonprofit organization, especially as a way in a marital context that I think Epstein might have known a decent amount about. How, when you were introduced, I don't think Epstein would have been able to, comment on super string theory or something like that.
Yeah.
But I think this sort of thing he might have actually been pretty expert on.
When you were everyone worked with him because he was really good at taxes.
He
It's
was
like watching porn for the
one of
plot.
the smartest tax people in the world.
The taxes.
Interesting.
The taxes.
And I probably was my moral weakness that I.
Well, how could you have known
back then? He had never been arrested. And this was 2014, post arrest. Also, his arrest was right? Yeah, it was like 2007.
What happened?
Okay. And so, but you assume he didn't go to jail for that long. Right. It was probably not as serious as it was. There was certainly the illusions there were all these.
They give a shit. They care.
These other people that trusted. Reid was
Just the way it is.
Started LinkedIn. He was, maybe too focused on business networking.
Yeah, right.
But I thought he always had good judgment.
That's called carpal tunnel.
When the shit went down and Epstein gets arrested for the second time, we're like, ugh, well, there you go.
I've thought about it. Yeah, I bet. And so this is it. Let me go back. I'll pull this one up too. No, this is insane. And so is this more of them?
Chop, chop.
Ehud Barak hides his face as he enters Jeffrey Epstein's mansion. Wait, this is the same guy.
More Jeffrey Epstein fallout. DailyMail.com has exclusively learned that the ever-expanding probe into the billionaire is now threatening to derail the Israeli election for prime minister.
Oh, wow.
Chris Fargo has more now from our New York news.
That's bad.
Jesse, DailyMail.com has exclusively uncovered photos of one of Israeli leader Benjamin Netanyahu's main challengers, former Prime Minister Ehud Barak, covering his face as he enters the convicted pedophile's home. This was back in 2016, and on the same day, a group of young women were also seen arriving at Epstein's home. Barak is already trying to distance himself from Epstein and their business partnership. Writing on Facebook, as soon as the present charges related to Epstein became known, I instructed my lawyers to examine the options we have for expelling the company associated with Epstein from this partnership. Also, Jesse, Epstein accuser Courtney Wild held a press conference in Manhattan one day after asking a judge to keep Epstein behind bars. Here's what she had to say.
It's time for the government to do the right thing for me and all the other victims. If you are a victim of Jeffrey Epstein, then you know what I know. He will never stop sexually abusing children until he is in jail.
Wild said she was sexually abused by Epstein when she was 14 and still embraces. She's also an unnamed victim in the 2008 lawsuit against the Department of Justice after Epstein avoided similar charges.
All right, Chris Barton in New York City, thank you.
God damn, so he's covering his face walking into Jeffrey Epstein's fucking house. And then this is another one I find this to be interesting. Palantir stands with Israel. What are the odds of that? Wow. It's crazy how all these things just line up the same way, huh? Wow. It's just really like, I mean, what are the odds of that? Are you crazy? Oh, well, no, we got another one. Even more of it. Okay, all right, let me pull this one up. I'll see what it is. What's the future of Israel?
Israel. I mean, something will happen in Iran. Maybe we'll succeed, maybe we won't, and that'll make it worse. But the democracy is terrible. Nobody sane seems to be procreating, and everybody is sane in their own way seems to have 5 children.
True!
Whether Arabs or not. 5 children. If you're regular Israeli, you have 1.5 children.
So they're mad that the Goyim are having too many kids?
I told you, this chaos is endless.
The Goyim are reproducing and
countries, some of the we had exponential support function for productivity. It's something bizarre.
The wrong people are breeding. Yes.
And always related to the families, the children, having another 20-year-old deep into the social security threat. That's your joke. Oh my God. You can see Irish. No, I don't. The future of Israel is waking up.
The future of Israel.
Putting your weight
Bye. Dang, I was hoping you would go to the store before.
So, if it's a one-state nation, what happens to Palestine?
That's a different generation with an Arab majority. In fact, once the Abu Mazen kind of partners.
Someone says bye-bye.
He was the one negotiating all of the
okay.
The crucial point some 5 years ago when he negotiated with the CPD about the problem.
Right.
And she demanded that he would recognize the Jewish state as part of any document.
So it's probably like enforce it. That's why they won't recognize Palestine?
What will return to
one man
from the Jordan to the Jordanians, every citizen will get a vote. And the majority will decide in a way that collective blindness of society. The society is not full. Some people do not see so that's what happens to our society right now. So they are the one. And that's why it's not as if some here, we are not making them stable. They're doing the favor to Palestinians or to everyone. But even within the borders of smaller Israel,
we should be able to make.
So they're talking about like demographic
provide the call first to the Jews. They are about 1% of they'll be able to security people, right?
Man, numbers game always? I guess so. The Arabs in Israel? Yeah, because the Arabs are about 20% of Israel. That's true. It's accurate. Oh my God. Oh!
It's your chance to bet with me, or only on Fanatics Sportsbook.
Is really slippery. I'm not kidding. And that's what protesting is about. And so,
Protesting is about harassing children at church. Wow. How about that? I didn't know that. I'm just learning that right now for the first time. Don Lemon after storming the church. Oh, here we go.
you heard what some of the folks said in there. You know, that this is. They shouldn't be there, and you know they shouldn't be uncomfortable, and this is our house and whatever. That's what protesting is about, is to make people uncomfortable. You may not like it, but I mean, if they went into a church, you know, any church, yeah, our house and whatever. That's what protesting is about, is to make people uncomfortable. You may.
What, who decided that protesting is to make people uncomfortable? I thought it was to make a change. Like, who decided that, like, when did this happen, that we've decided that protesting is now, the way that you protest is being the most annoying, obnoxious, disruptive, and just basically problematic person possible. Protesting is actually about petitioning the government for a redress of grievances. The world is traumatizing kids at church.
Yep. I didn't want you to go to work angry.
Okay, here we go. So this is what he's about ICE. Because he's doing for himself. He put himself.
That's part of the game.
You know, I can see anybody who's going out.
Yes, sir, I love it.
Like, you're going into a church and interrupting people from, like, being able to
yes, sir.
worship God. I think that you're really, in perspective, it looks bad. It definitely
You know, I had to let him go home happy, go back to work happy.